Hello and welcome. I am Sylvie Drader from sylviestamps.com and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I want to show you what you can do with what is left over from your Christmas papers. You bought some paper that you loved, you've made all your Christmas cards, and now what do you do with what's left over? So we will start if you have some pretty wide, pretty big pieces. So if you have a 12 by 12, piece and an 8 by 12 piece. So what you're going to do, you're going to score at 1 inch on one side and 3 inches on 3 sides, here and here, okay, for this piece here. And then on the other piece, you're going to score at 1 inch on one side when you do it landscape, and 3 inches, actually, let's do 3 inches when you're landscape like that, and then you do 1 inch on the other 3 sides like this. Okay, so I have folded everything. I have kind of pre-done to go a little faster, but let me show you how to assemble this box. So you're going to use your snail on the little flap here, just to glue it like this on both your pieces. Snail is strong enough for the little flap. It doesn't need to be anything else. But for the rest of the box, you'll notice I have put some tear and tape. Okay, so you want to put it along here, and along the piece here. So you've noticed as well that I have cut. I folded everything on all the score lines, and then I've cut here. And I have also just taken off these two rectangles here for the bottom. Okay. So can you see already kind of how the box is going to go together? So let's, first of all, we will remove the one piece of tear and tape right here, and we are going to put our box right like this. Nice and straight, okay? And then we're going to tear off the other piece. And we are going to put it this way. I like to keep my boxes flat because then I know it's square that way. All right, okay. Then next step is to do, let's see, these little pieces here. Okay, so I'm going to remove, yes, that's the way. So I'm going to remove the tear and tape from this part of the box on both sides. Maybe. Come on, tear and tape. There we go. Okay. And then my two flaps, like this. Oh. Okay. That's where I made it. Okay. And then you would put, you don't put the tear and tape here. You would put it on this part here and glue the bottom. Okay? And then you have your box like this. That makes a beautiful gift box. You can put a t-shirt in there, any gift. And this is this is paper, that Christmas paper, that is actually not very Christmassy necessarily. And so you can use it pretty much all year round. You can decorate it more, or you can just leave it like that. And you can use it, just pinch it like that and close it. Or you can put a ribbon in it. So I have pierced some holes. I used the take a pick tool because this paper piercer is pretty large, and so it's just perfect for the linen braid that I'm going to use here. That goes right through. So you just put it through the holes. If needed, maybe you need to, I'm going to just make them big again so that my linen thread can go through. And then I'm just going to tie a knot inside here. And do the same on the other side. There we go. And then you would put the second handle, and you have a wonderful box to put a gift in at any time of the year, really, with this type of paper. And if you make it now, then you're all set when you have a special occasion. Okay, so this is one big box that you can use. Let me show you this. You can do the same kind of a box, but with just a 6x6 piece of designer series paper that's left. So your measurements then, your two pieces are exactly, well, almost exactly, they're scored exactly the same. So I scored the flap at 3/4, and then on each side here, it's scored at 1 1/4. Okay, and then I cut the corners here and just cut off, snipped off here. Okay, so it's assembled exactly the same way, where you glue the flap on both pieces. I glued this one already, and then you can put the adhesive on the inside here if I want to stay the same as the other box, and on the inside here. Okay, and then I can put this one right here. Same construction as the big box. Okay, and then I would glue my flaps here. Same idea. Okay, and then you can put the little ribbon and do the handles. Now this one I would use for a little gift card. I think that would be a wonderful way. Put a little bit of tissue paper in there. You can decorate it even more if you want, but that would be a very nice way of putting a little gift card. You can use a thin ribbon like this to make two handles in the same way. Okay, now if you also have a piece that is 8x8 and you have the envelope punch board, you can have lots of fun with that. So because 8x8 is for the regular card. If I look here at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, it tells me 8x8 will make the envelope. And I need to put the first corner at 3 1/2. So here's my piece of 8x8, and I'm going to put it at 3 1/2 right here. And I have a scoring tool that comes with a envelope punch board. So 3 1/2, I am going to punch and score. And that's all I need to measure. Next time, I'm going to look at the score line right here, and I'm going to put this little, I don't know what you call it, right here, and score. Now I do the same here. Punch and score. And then the last one, punch and score. Oh. Yeah, I think I did. Okay. I think I did this measurement. Did I do at 3 1/2? Okay, this one's correct, this one. Okay, and let's do this one here. It should come right here, so I'm not sure exactly what went wrong here. Is it 3 1/2? Okay, 8x8. Yeah, 3 1/2. I put 3 1/4 here, so that's why it's not working. Okay, so if you put a 3 1/2, you're going to get the proper envelope, and it's going to all work really well, just like on this one. So this one I used a 6x6, and I wanted to make a 3x4. Okay, so you end up the big version of this. You end up with a little envelope like this. You can go here and punch the corners and make them. You can use this corner rounder actually anywhere you want. It's a very handy corner rounder. Okay, and so you would get an envelope that would be a perfect size for a card with this. So here this one was a 6x6, and I punched it at 2 5/8, the first one, and then followed the same principle of just putting this here. So if you have the first measurement correct, you will go around all properly and you end up with a little envelope like this. So you can put a little bit of snail. Let me get this out of the way. You put a little bit of snail here and a little bit of snail here. And there you go. That's your envelope. You can put your gift card in here, a little note. You can put some ribbon, decorate it, and you have, again, a very nice way of giving a gift card. Now, if you have only small strips left, let me show you what you can do. You can decorate. These are our regular Whisper White envelopes, and I have some very thin strips left. So here's one way you can decorate the front if you want. Okay. So I'm going to put it in the front of the envelope right at the bottom so it doesn't hinder anything that, it doesn't hinder the address or anything like that. And then you just trim off the edge here. That's a little bit too long. And you have a little decorated envelope. You can also decorate the flap of the envelope even with a small piece like this. You would just put a little bit of adhesive like this, and then you can put it wherever you want. You can put it at the top, or I'm going to put it just in the center like this. Okay, and again with my pair of scissors, I'm going to come here and trim the excess here. All right. Okay, so there you go. You have some envelopes that can go in the mail that are very pretty. And a way to use up the little pieces here. Okay, if you have even smaller piece, like even this size of a piece, you can make a tag. So let me show you how to make the tag here. I'll bring in a few supplies. So the tag top punch, I think it's called. You just put, this is a piece that's 2 by 3, and you just put it inside like this and punch. And you have a pretty top. And then this tiny little piece here, you can just attach in the center here. And then I'm going to punch, this is the 1 3/4 punch, punch a circle. And I'm going to stamp to and from right here. And then you can attach it to your tag. And there you go. Very, very simple. You can write who it's from, and then you can put a piece of ribbon and put it on the original box that I created. There you go. You have a little tag that matches because you have a little piece of paper that's left from that original paper, or whatever you want to do. Okay, there you go. So here's some ideas for you. I hope you have fun, and leave comments and let me know if you use up any of these ideas. Bye for now.